Hello my Frisky friends, this is Lucas KO Bro here with my first ever League of Legends video. Oh yeah! Well, preparing for ranked, that's right, it's time to get back into ranked. Playing some normals. If you don't know what League of Legends is, please click the link on the screen to see my shitty intro of what League of Legends is. But for those of you in the know who knows what the most popular video game in the world is, let's get into it, shall we? Here I'm playing my favorite role and my favorite champion at the time, Ziggs, and I just like to poke someone down slowly while slowly grabbing the CS till the point where the person is just so low they've got to go back and give me CS, or if they don't, they get punished for it. Here I notice Riven's a little low, and I'm going to see if he's a little cocky, and yes he is. I move a little towards him, and he gets cocky and goes aggro, and so I just back up towards my minions, and the minions do plenty of damage to him. He thought I was too to do enough damage. You forgot about minions, bro. So see, I'm giving chase, but unfortunately goes into the brush. Rivens are really good at turning fights when they're in the brush, so I'm a little scared also of the jungler, so I'm just kind of biding out, waiting for my Q to have enough mana for my Q, and then sure enough the jungler comes out, and I'm able to finish him off, but unfortunately die to the jungler in the process. However, don't worry, revenge is sweet. Here, my jungler got himself into a little bit of trouble, so I'm gonna walk on down and I decide, you know what, he's not worth my ultimate, I'm just gonna toss a Q this way, and then recall for a nice flashy kill, and securing double buffs for myself, hell yeah. And he calls me an ass in the process, so, you know, it's totally worth it. Now, I'm gonna shove out my lane really far forward and go find something to do. And here I decide I don't have enough money to recall, so I'm just gonna walk over and ward. And I think, hey, I'll go for raids, but I wasn't paying attention. I don't know where the ADC or the support are. And the support cuts on over and I dodge his spells, but when I realize he's not with the ADC, I start going for a kill because I'm kind of fed and have double buffs. So I get him a little bit lower. But when the jungler comes, I'm forced to kind of be a little careful. I pop my heal spell just to avoid his ultimate if he comes, but my jungler's here too, so I'm able to toss down his spells and get the kill. But Riven's coming from above, so on his third attack, I flash the wall, avoiding his CC and then satchel away from him. Hell yeah! That was flashy as fuck. But speaking of flashy, unfortunately, Vlad is here with his flashes. One, he flashes towards me while I was trying to poke, but luckily because I bought Hourglass so early, I'm able to survive with a sliver of health and keep my double buffs. Hell yeah! Now here this Tahm Kench is being really aggressive because he's tanky as hell, and who can blame him? His team is doing really well in this game, so I'm gonna just bring him down low. But that shield he can pop at any point if he wants, so instead of chasing him when he's like this, I'm gonna back off and then let him think he's safe so he doesn't pop that shield, and then use my ultimate for the kill. That's how you mind game Tahm Kench. Now here Vayne's up top doing some damage, but Diana uses Hourglass, so I use my ult to finish her off after the Hourglass wears off. And then I use my spells to kill Annie as well while she's distracted by Vayne. I walk forward and heal her to let her escape. I walk forward as well to kind of bait the rest of people to follow me while I flash the wall, making it out scot-free. And because of that awesome support by Vayne, we're able to pick up 2 free kills in the process. Well, they're almost free. She dies. I mean, she lives. Don't pay attention to that. She lived. It was perfect. It was flawless. Don't you judge me, okay? Now, one of the real, tanky melee damage dealers can do a surprising amount of damage if you're not careful, and if you're not aware of what they can do, what they can output. So you want to be very careful with them, especially if you're not used to laning against them. So what I'm going to be doing is just attacking and killing minions as fast as possible, and using damage from my minions to kind of win the damage war, ideally. Now, I'm waiting around to last at the cane, but he goes aggro, so I'm forced to just satchel away. And he gets a little too-hand, he pops Ignite already, so now I'm feeling much safer. I still have my heal. He flashes back in to try and kill me, but I just save my heal. And this passive play for me baits out his aggression. It gives me a free first blood. That's how you want to handle those really aggressive opponents. Now, I'm heading on down. Bot lane's having a party, and I see several of them. They're chasing Singe. That's what you should never do ever. So I'm going to use my global ult, toss it down, and he flings someone into the side, and I pick up a kill. It's one of several on that guy. Poor guy. Unfortunately, I'm so distracted by his typing, I completely missed the satchel dump, and I'm feeling dumb. But it's probably for the best because more comes, so I'm feeling a little weak. So I back on up, but guess what? It's actually not too bad to go in now. We've got some teammates now, and they've been brought low because once again they chase Singe, but I get flash queued from Nautilus, and this kind of slows me down. I go to walk forward and go to satchel again, but the ultimate he uses knocks me up before I can satchel, so I satchel, and I'm able to make up for it with a flash Q for the kill. Oh yeah. I dodge down my bombs to kind of zone out the novice. He goes in anyway, and I land a blind Q on Jace. Now I walk down to make sure he doesn't walk away. I won't go to kill him with my auto attack, but when Morg comes here, I just decide to toss out my Q for safety, and sure enough, she flashed trying to Q me under the tower. Now, I'm boxing her in, but after I miss a Q, I'm just like, okay, screw this, I'm too I pressed my luck, the people are probably rising, so I'm gonna make my escape. But here, she makes it really obvious what she wants to do, and this greediness leads to a free kill, and Jinx is even nice enough to give it to me, leading to an unofficial triple. Nice, not bad, thank you, Jinx. Now top lane, something a little interesting happens. There's a huge wave top lane, so I use my ultimate to protect the tower. And Singe has now arrived, and so he's going to toss back Jace, and I'm able to toss my Q down, and it picks up a kill as well. So I feel kind of bad. I stole this huge wave from top lane, and also I took the kill. So I'm going to type him, hey, sorry, I took all that, and then the jungler comes out of the brush and surprised me. There was no reason, I thought, for a jungler to be there, but apparently they were. So always be careful when you're typing. Never type in a place where you're vulnerable. It's kind of reckless to do such a cocky thing. Now here I'm against Yasuo, and I check the stats of each player before I play them, especially in normals and ranked. And here it's a platinum Yasuo, and this freaks, or diamond 5 Yasuo, and this freaks me out because, well, that's much better than I've ever peaked. At least I believe so. Maybe diamond's a little less than 5% of the population, but still, it's freaking me out, man. But you know what? I just gotta keep my cool and do my best, because guess what? It's a normal. He might be practicing something he's not great at. I don't know. Maybe he's like, you know, drunk, who knows? and the thing is, just by being safe, by being consistent, by just auto-attacking him anytime he gets a little too aggressive, at least do a free kill. He's taking way too much minion damage and being way too aggressive, and at least do a free kill just from me backing up and being safe. Never doubt yourself. Never let someone's rank freak you out, because, well, the next thing you know, something like that could happen. Well, it's time for a segment I missed very much. You missed it. I missed it. It's time for Just the Tips. That's right, Just the Tips. It's a segment where I take clips that display a good tip and just kind of slide them in there, if you know what I'm saying. Here, it's always important to ping Mias when a person from your lane roams. It's really important to ping. Here I pinged a little late, but you always want to ping, let your teammates know. Here I'm going to do a better job. Here the Soraka's fighting Annie, and I ping her retreat and then ping danger. And sure enough, moments later, you can see on the minimap, Swain roamed to go for the kill and then heads back when he realizes he's not going to get anything. You're always going to be really, it's just so important to let your teammates know. Communicating with pings is one of the best ways to communicate with people. So please, please do that. It really helps out your team by letting them know where people are. Seriously, pay attention and help your teammates pay attention too. Also, like, pay attention to the minimap. Like, here, there's a fight that's breaking on bot, and I notice how low someone's gotten. And I'm Ziggs, I have a global freaking ult, and my ping ward showed me he's not running away, so I get a free little shot and can kind of deduce where he's standing. I'm able to pick up a free kill thanks to it. Always pay attention to minimap. It's so very important. Use your pings to communicate to your teammates, and pay attention to that minimap. So very important to do these things. So very important. But while it is important, you shouldn't be paying so much attention to the fights of your teammates that you let errors at your character happen. Here, I'm paying close attention to a fight that's going on, and in a few seconds I just instantly died to an invading jungler. There was no vision in that jungler. I shouldn't have just walked in there without paying attention, and I have my summers and satchel. I could have easily gotten out of there if I just paid attention. It's a huge mistake. Now another tip, there's a lot of mind games in League of Legends. Here Soraka and I are going to check for Dragon, and she gets snared and trapped, so I'm going to toss down some spells and try and CC, and she flashes up the wall. I flash towards her and heal her. Now this does two things. Not only does it heal her and speed her up, but by standing near her, it scares away other people. So here that Annie could have easily killed her. I had nothing to stop her, but just by standing near her, it convinces her it's a bad idea. It's a mental mind game. It just convinces her, stay away, it's danger, there's two enemies here. Another tip, when you have shoved your lane, it's important not to waste that time. Sure, sometimes you want to go back and buy, maybe you'll have a lot of gold, but other times you want to roam and ward, or even better yet, gank a lane. Here I've roamed, tossed down a ward, and using the crab buff to speed myself up and go for a gank on a vulnerable side. Sometimes just by roaming to a lane and tossing down a few spells, you get your team a few kills, and those kills and gold help, or towers even just objectives help to steamroll the game even more in your favor. So always make sure to do that. Now, another tip, sometimes things just go bad for you. Here I've died, and soon enough you'll see this Lucian is going to do a flashy play, huh? Because he flashes over a hook, and gets a kill on my support. We are doing really bad bot lane, like really bad. We're getting stomped, and we're, you know, it happens. And so I'm going to ask, hey, like, my jungler, hey, bro, you know, if you get a chance, help us out bot. You know, at the same time, I gotta type this, gank bot it if you get a chance. My Thresh is like, bro, you're level 3 and you haven't even ganked yet. See, there's two approaches, the nice way and the douchebag way of talking with your team. No team player wants to interact with a douchebag, so be a nice guy. No need to be a tool. Seriously, we all have those rough games where we've just done nothing all game and we've gone 0-4 and we're getting, you know, literally 3-shot. Oh, look at that. 0-5 now. Jesus, like, sometimes you're just going to have that bad game. You're just going to do really bad and let down your team. It happens. Don't let it get to you. Sometimes you're just going to be 0-5 and be like a pointless entity for your team. And did I say 0-5? I meant 0-6. Sometimes you're going to be fucking 0-6 and literally do nothing for your team. But that's just a part of the game. It's all about just learning to get slowly better and letting that happen less. Another tip is control is really important for your team. Here, green wards and pink wards especially, really good. And once again, pay attention to that minimap. Here, Kale stepped on wreck-sized tunnels, and it gives me a free skill shot, and we're able to pick up a kill for it. Always pay attention, and just by watching the minimap, you know, watching the minimap gives you so many kills, and laying down wards aids in you doing that. So just do those two things together. Now also, in addition to just watching the map, you're not just watching for players, you're watching for when players are missing. That's very important. You want to notice when players are missing. Here, I'm not paying attention to bot lane, and sure enough, the support and the jungler are there, and the ADC could have easily been there as well, and the mid's not too far behind. And I'm forced to blow summoners and satchel away. It's very risky, so always pay attention to minimap. Now when you're against an assassin or an AD mid, first buying Hourglass can be a great way of, you know, protecting yourself. Here, I get jumped by the jungler in the mid, and I press Hourglass, and it keeps me alive just long enough to get ulted by Kale. Now, granted, sure, I wasn't really watching the minimap there, so that's a great example of what can happen to you if you're not taking advantage of this great advice I'm giving you. Watch the minimap, please do. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching my first ever League of Legends video. Jesus, this took a long time to release. Now you'll see Nasus game and the Nash game. I actually didn't include that footage. The video ran a little bit long, so hopefully I'll have a few short League videos for you later in the month. Anyway, sorry it took me so long to release this video. I had to deal with a few real-life issues. I didn't sign FAFSA enough. I'm a student, and I did not sign FAFSA soon enough, and so I lost a $4,000 grant, $4,000 for the year, which really would have helped me. I had to figure out if I could even afford school, and I could, but now that I'm in school, I'm not really sure how I'm going to be paying for like things like food and things like that. So, you know, I had to deal with that first, and then I had to find an apartment, and I found one, but had to be moving in, and I was moving in right at the start of classes, so it was really painful. In addition to that, my significant other, she has foot pain, so like when I moved, I had to do a lot of help towards her. I had to help her move in as well, so it was almost like moving two people. She still did a lot of work, probably more than she should have. Her feet were way too sore, but just understand, I was super busy. I wasn't just slacking off, at least not past the first week. I was super busy and so upset I could not release this out sooner. Believe me, it's like it consumed my soul. So hopefully it was well worth the wait. Hopefully you appreciate this style. Hope you appreciate the videos to come. Anyway, how have you guys been? Let me know. It's been a long time. I'm trying to like transition back to posting more often, and I think that playing, going for league ranks will help me out in this endeavor. I think like playing a little bit each day, trying to once again peak as high as possible. A nice way of like showing off what I can do. It leaves me really excited. Like when I was playing TF2, there's no way to gauge skill. Like it would be like, oh yeah, I just did something really cool or really good, but you couldn't really tell how good the opponents were that you were facing. So now like having an elo system is so good for like the competitive edge of me, and like I really appreciate this game and what it's done for me, so I really look forward to like sharing that with you guys. I know it sounds super nerdy, but you know me, hopefully you expect that from someone like me from now, just this total fucking nerd. Anyway, I really appreciate you watching my first ever League of Legends video. It feels really good to finally finally release this. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, if you want to see more, well then just click that subscribe button on the left side of your screen and you'll see plenty more. If you want to see the next video, click on the next video and then you'll be linked to it as soon as it's uploaded. Also, if you liked it, please click the like button because it helps me out a lot. It makes me feel good. Please do it. And what helps me out even more is sharing. Sharing helps me grow my channel, so I really appreciate when you share my video with other people. And commenting. This is a new video series. I want to hear what you have to say about it, so yeah, just let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and stay frisky. Oh, time for the turn. Time for the turn. Got him. Got him. Oh, so sexy. My God, you made it to the end of the video. That's impressive. Good job, you go-getter, you. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Got a webcam, by the way. It's pretty shitty. See, I can move, you can barely see anything. But anyway, thanks for watching, and stay frisky.